know, it's just another excuse why you can't win.
You're really important right now for that group of people.
You want to push? I'm here. Let's go. This is not that different than my day-to-day life.
I'm dreaming, oh, I believe in this dream I've been dreaming, oh, I'm dreaming, oh, I believe in this dream I've been dreaming, oh.
Yo,
I can't see you.
nobody wants to see me.
Nobody wants to see you? That's not true. I want to see you.
How's that, better?
Yeah, I got you.
How you doing? You look good.
I'm
Fit.
great.
The world's coming to an end.
We're fine. Come on. Jesus.
Not as bad in Canada, right?
It's not New York, that's for sure, but we're it's growing. We're behind on the curve, but
Right.
but our curve also isn't as nutso as New York.
Right.
But I mean, there's still, if people don't social isolate and all that stuff, then we're gonna become crazy. So they're
Yep.
trying.
Well, you're good at isolation.
I know, this is easy. This is great.
You're a family man who likes to isolate. What's wrong with that?
This is not that different than my day-to-day life. It's really not that different. Apart from like I can't go places to speak and do that stuff.
Yep.
6 days of the week is just normal, easy for me. I mean, we can't go
Right.
to restaurants and that kind of stuff, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's almost the same.
Well, I'm glad to see you're healthy and everything's good. So let's focus. So obviously this is a wonky time for the book. So where are you overall? Let's start there.
So book, there's massive delays in getting it out to people. Amazon is hit or miss for getting it to people.
Yep.
I guess, I mean, it makes sense. They're not prioritizing books in their shipping compared to other things, but
books versus masks. They're going to probably ship the masks.
yeah, exactly, right. And like everything else that they're trying to sell,
Yeah,
and they're having their own issues, but it's fine, whatever. So we're dealing with it. I'm trying to get copies still out to some people who I'm hoping will do reviews. I know we touched on some people last time that we talked about. I haven't talked to Mel and Grant about it, but other people who I'm closer with
Yep.
are willing to do it.
Yeah, no, I'll get you Grant this week. He had a huge webinar on Friday.
Yeah.
And he's dealing with his own fun stuff, which I'm sure you do a bit of.
Yeah.
So, but we'll make that happen, and I'll have Hank follow up with Mel again. But I'm sure, I think we can get that set. I'm thinking maybe Brian Rose out of London. I've mentioned before. You guys should hook up. Have you met before?
No, we know, I think, of each other probably, but we haven't done anything together.
Yeah, I'll make that intro.
He's London real, right?
Yeah, he's got a very nice following there.
Yeah.
He's done a nice job. So folks like that.
I was on the American version of it. So like the guys who did he's licensed that brand out to different countries. And so I put on the American Reel one, I think twice, one remote twice. And then they came to Toronto to interview me.
Okay,
so
cool.
I'm in the network, I guess. I'm in the family, but
okay, cool.
Anything together.
What else can I do to help on that side other than just those intros?
I don't know how much people are doing podcasts and stuff now.
They are. I can make those intros too, but I'm
remote.
Yeah. I mean, like for example, Brian Rose would be a podcast, but those are really, I think just we want people that have a major audience, right? We don't want to waste our time with middle guys.
Yeah, and how much are they doing content now from their place over Zoom? That kind of stuff versus traveling to go see people.
Yeah, no, nobody's traveling. That's for sure. Nobody.
Well, yeah. No, that's fine. I can't get out of the country anyway, even if we wanted to. Yeah. So whatever we could do remote is great. Even our content right now. So the idea with we started with the Brendan Burchard. He read the quote. So now anytime we do a Brendan Burchard video, we include the quote. And now we're trying to do more Brendan Burchard videos so we can use the quote.
Of course,
right?
Of course.
So amplify that out by so Grant, Great Mel. There's a bunch of people who, Elon Musk, Oprah, right? Like likely not going to read the book. So
sure.
Fine.
Did you reach out to, so you should get Tim to interview you on his thing. He has a nice audience. Tim Story.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just reach back out to him. You have that relationship now.
Okay. Dean Graziosi wants to do it. John Astroff wants to do it. A couple of other guys who.
What about what's his name? I can introduce you to. I think you know him also. The New York guy. He might have moved actually. Hedge fund trader.
Altucher?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I just had him on my show. He just launched his book for Scribd. We haven't launched it. He just launched a new book like this week or something, or last week.
Okay.
But it's exclusive with Scribd.
I don't even know who Scribd is.
It's an online only.
Got it.
So we haven't launched it because again, if I launch it now, it's going to tank versus talking about Corona stuff.
Yep.
But James would probably do something.
Yep.
We don't feature him a lot in our content, but we could do more.
He's not as relevant for you. He talks a lot politics and Bitcoin and.
Yeah, his new book is I'm just blanking on it right now, but it was Think Like a Billionaire. How to Think Like a Billionaire.
Gotcha.
So he took all the billionaires on his show. So that relevance, mindset, it's entrepreneurship.
Yeah, that's true.
So that could fit for some of our stuff.
Yeah, he was over the Bitcoin thing for about a year.
Yeah. Well, he's doing IG lives every day.
Yep.
I pop in every now and try to show some love. Yeah. So content calendar.
Got it.
For us, we're focused more on Corona. Once we get out of that mess, then this kind of stuff works well. We're just trying to get ahead on actually getting some clips.
On the audio book stuff with your friend Austin. Everything okay there?
We recorded the audiobook. What do you mean?
Just in terms of publicity and things that they were looking for. I mean, that's kind of a moot point at this point, right?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I haven't heard back. I don't know what if anything they're doing.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. I mean. Gotcha. Okay.
The year one word. I thought we had another deal, or is in the works for another foreign language.
I think it was Japan or something, right?
Yeah, I don't recall. I haven't heard anything back. I mean, that was before all the crazy started happening. So,
do you want me to reach out to them and check on it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
And I'm happy to do, like, for the Korean one that we just did. I did a custom video. They sent me the book, and I held it up, and I did some Q&A for them. Right. So if they need my help, and people have been buying that one and posting Instagram stories and stuff about it. So if I can, I'm sure most authors probably don't want to do a lot to help, but if it helps them sell more books, I'm happy to be a part of it.
Okay, cool.
So do we want to push for the book? Like, is now the time to start pushing book interviews, podcast stuff?
I think so. I mean, things are starting to kind of a little bit, although they're getting worse, but they're also people starting to at least get into their routines,
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll just make my little list and I'll start to hump on those interests.
Okay.
How about the YouTube course?
YouTube course, the new webinar seems to be doing better.
Yeah. Did you ever package it up for Grant?
I didn't give it to Grant. No.
Okay. We'll probably do that this week.
Okay, we can. I mean, you saw the webinar, you liked it. It seems to be converting better, which is great too.
That's something you should talk to Brian Rose about too. That's kind of in his sweet spot.
Okay. A lot of thought leadership content. I just messaged everybody out, but it's down right now. Thought leadership across the board is down.
Of course.
I thought it was surprising though, because YouTube is way up. Everybody's at home watching YouTube videos.
Yeah, but they're watching coronavirus videos.
Yeah, news or entertainment, or just like shut off the world and forget that it exists.
Yep.
But so our channel's starting to pick up as we're doing more of that stuff. The corona, not the entertainment.
Yep.
But we put everything else on hold right now for content until we come through.
Got it. Okay. I guess that's where we are, huh? It's a wacky time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm open to ideas. I don't know what else I should be doing.
I mean, for you, what would be interesting is, I mean, everybody, your audiences are the folks that are really challenged right now. They're solopreneurs, entrepreneurs. How do they pivot right now? What do they do? I'm waiting for a brilliant answer from you.
Oh, well, so I've been going live on Instagram every day, helping people.
Yep.
This is a bit of a challenge for me because I've actually have very little empathy for this.
Okay, so why? Let's talk about that.
Um,
You have empathy. You have little empathy for those in trouble. You have little empathy for the virus.
Just for complaining. You know, it's just another excuse why you can't win. And yes, it's a big punch, but
okay, so I think that's true for some folks. What about folks that are in the hospitality space?
Dude, I have the largest salsa dancing business in North America. We shut down.
Okay.
I'm losing, I have 6 figures in rent to pay. I've got, people on my staff that I get it. I mean, you can't salsa dance in social isolation.
So, but not everybody's as diversified as you are in your, and mature in their businesses as you, right? So folks that don't have the diversification that you have, what do I do?
You find a way to keep winning, right? Like what are we doing? We are.
Are you doing anything for the salsa? Are you still paying your rent?
Of course. Yeah, of course. I mean, sure, we're negotiating. We're likely going to get 2 months deferred to the end of the lease as opposed to paying right now, but they're not going to give it off. And we're moving online. We're building online courses. We're recruiting new instructors. I want to come back and crush. We're starting a dance challenge every day.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Making YouTube videos, Instagram content. I mean, it's like hustle. This is hustle mode.
Yeah, no, I get it, but help me.
But that's it. It's like, I'm not the guy to hug you.
I don't want to be hugged. I want you to help me.
So you find a way to move your business.
How?
Depends on the business, but online, like anything online is a no-brainer right now, right? But then gear up for what is your business going to look like in 6 months? Like, what were all the things that you were holding off on that you didn't do because you're stuck in operations mode? That now.
I guess my only question to you is, I guess what I'm pushing you on, is it not worth to create a new strand of programming focused on how to maximize this crisis, how to actually not only survive but thrive during this time?
Possibly. From a content perspective, we're testing another video tonight to see. It hasn't been the thing that people have gravitated towards yet. Maybe as we get closer, through it and people are accepting.
Well, I think it's also your energy, because if they're not gravitating, because just even in this convo, you're like, you got to do what you got to do. But if you're coming from the perspective of, okay, so now we know what this thing is. It's been about 4 to 6 weeks for a lot of people. The shock is over. The reality of survival is here. And the idea is not just to survive. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through. Here's the things every business needs to do right now. You're either in one of two places. You're either a business that is already online and you can get bigger right now, or you're a real world brick and mortar and you've got to convert. And I'm going to show you how to convert. I'm going to help you convert. I think that's super valuable, but it comes from, it would come from your thought leadership in that category, just like you always do, but you're less interested in that, which is funny.
If somebody's open, I'm interested in helping. For the most part, people are not looking to be helped yet. Maybe that's slowly changing.
I don't think they have a choice.
I agree, but they're locked in. It's like, why is thought leadership down right now? This is the time to amp your skills up and get better.
I'm going to say something to you. So this is clearly a nugget for you, and I've given the same. I'm sure I've said this to you before.
Okay.
I've also said the same thing to Grant and to Mel Robbins and people that are super talented and don't know how to die, right? You don't know how to not fight, right? You're just, that's a gift that you have. Whether it's a learned gift, whether it's a genetic gift, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's a gift you have, right? So, which is amazing. It's something I admire about you. But, I'm built the same way. I'm not sitting here crying about it. I'm like, what do I got to do? I have 20-something employees working virtually. I have all my own stuff that I got to deal with.
Yeah.
But you're always about mindset when it comes to entrepreneurialism.
Yeah.
You're always talking to people. Like, you spend a lot of time talking to people that are in their own way, that are beating themselves up. What's interesting, in the most challenging time ever, you're less worried wanting to help them on their mindset because you're mad at them. Why are you not mad at them? It's an interesting idea. Why are you mad at them today and not mad at them when they shouldn't have anything in their way? Think about that.
I'm not saying I'm more mad at them.
Well, you are, because you don't want to help them like you did when you normally do. Like, your audience is filled with folks that need your push. that are about mindset, about, how do you push through those coaching videos? All those things are all about.
Yeah, dude, I get it. Everything. If somebody wants to push, I'm there. I'm happy to help. What I'm saying is, people in the past 2 weeks haven't wanted to push; they've wanted a hug, and I'm not a hug guy. I don't know what the hug is. I struggle with the hug. You want to push? I'm here. Let's go.
You need to push them out of the hug into the push. Maybe that's the point of this conversation.
Sure, I'm open to it. I mean, I've been trying with not little success.
Have you given them this speech? Have you given them the speech we're talking about now, which says, so listen, it's not that I don't understand, right? I spent a long time building up a diversified enough business, but I'm feeling pain. And then explaining now's the time where, I know you've been struggling for the last, bunch of weeks. Mm-hmm. I get it, but I'm not the hug guy. I'm here to help you because hugging right now, you're not gonna survive.
Okay.
And right now, if you don't start to fight back and figure your shit, no matter how challenging it might be, this is not the first time or the last time it's going to happen. It happened in 1987. It happened in 2000 in the dot-com bubble burst. It happened in 2008 when everything looked like the world was over. That was a very scary time. The good news about today is that at least we know what it is. Right? It's something that's out of our control that we're trying to get into our control. 2008, 2009, it was a complete economic collapse. So at a certain point after the shock is over and the pain is over and the fear is that's what I want to help you do. And
okay.
That's so what do you want? Video.
You want content? You just want content?
I would say, since I get that you're a good tester, maybe just test that video and see how it does. And just do the test with a call to action. If tell me if you want me to help you and see how people react.
Okay. So we've been doing a bunch of stuff and getting feedback, and I've been doing lives every day pretty much during the week with a similar message. The people who show up and love it, right? I mean, it's great. This is my time to get ahead. There's just it's not mass in that people haven't been paying attention. So the people who are paying attention, it's a great chance to go deep with them. It's just not a mass message.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. Totally get it.
So it's why we shifted our content away from it's thought leadership, but within what do you do right now for Corona content? Within coronavirus era, as opposed to just, here's what you can learn from Warren Buffett today or something.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. And I think, the question is whether or not you're giving the message in the powerful way we just talked about or not. And if you are, I don't know. Okay.
So playing with that, what do you want? You want me to make video content? You have a bigger.
Yeah, I think Evan Carmichael's version of what to do now is really important. It's not going away in a day.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? It's at least 90 to 180 days. Would you agree? 60, 90 to 180?
I don't know, man. I don't watch news. I don't know.
Well, honestly though, I think you need to know that have your own opinion on that, right?
How long I need to have an opinion on how long it's going to last?
I mean, only in terms of how it strategically impacts your business, sure.
Oh, well, I don't know.
I'm not asking you to be a prognosticator. I'm just saying, I guess my only point is, I don't think this is getting fixed by the end of April.
Sure. We're not having Easter all together and church fills.
I don't think Donald Trump's version of that is going to work out for him. That's my point. That's all I got for you.
All right.
I think you're really important right now for that group of people. I think you're right. There's a lot of people sitting around. They got to get their asses motivated. I'm not saying, I agree with you. They don't need hugs. They need to get out of the hug need.
Yeah, I think a lot of people need hugs, and I don't know how to be the guy to give that.
Well, I'm telling you, they may need hugs. They may think they need hugs, but they don't need hugs. What they need is a kick in the ass right now.
Oh, for sure, 100%. But if they're not, how do you get the person who feels like they need a hug en masse? If they're in front of me, I can do it. But en masse, how do you get the person?
The same way you get the same group of people that, don't ever do anything about anything, but keep asking, doing the same cycle, which is a lot of that audience, the same people that you're already talking to. Now you're talking to them in a different way. I don't know why you would be comfortable talking to them when they're in their own way, and now the corona is actually legitimately in their way, as opposed to something that is really just in their brain. This is not just in their brain. This is in their real life. Okay, cool. I'll stop.
All right. More content. I'll keep it coming.
Thanks, buddy. I'll talk to you shortly. I'll follow up on book people this week.
Okay, thanks, Steve.
Later.
Cheers. If you want to see Steve push me with new ideas to get better, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
I can do anything. Don't make me sick through the internet, Steve. I'm not good at lying to people.